Good afternoon, everybody, once again from the 2014 Little League World Series here on Tuesday. I think it's day 6. I lost count, so we're just going to call it Tuesday. Day 6. Doc's here. He knows. From the Williamsport Sun-Gazette, he is the Dr. Chris Masse, and I'm Mitch Rupert, and we got so much more to talk about today, Chris, and I think we got to start with that game last night. Chicago pulls out a one-run win over Rhode Island, and this is a pretty good Chicago team, and they really had to battle to beat a gutsy Rhode Island team. They're kind of surviving and advancing, that tournament mentality, but are they still a threat here in this U.S. tournament?
Yeah, especially tonight against Texas. Both teams are really depleted pitching-wise, so it could be a slugfest, the first team to 10 or 15 wins. But when you have the offense that they have, I think they always have a fighting chance. Moving forward to Thursday, it'll be interesting to see what their pitching eligibility is. But when you have the athleticism and the offensive depth that they do, even if their pitching is thin, I still think they remain a threat to at least get to Saturday and be in the U.S. final.
Marquise Jackson is Chicago's closer, runs it up there mid-70s. What's the likelihood you think we may see him for an extended pitching appearance?
It's possible. He's Darryl Butler, left that door open, but I think he really would prefer to try to get 3-4 innings out of somebody else or pitching by committee and bring Marquise in that closer's role that he's excelled in all year. He's the prototypical closer, so when you're bringing gas like that, it's tough to catch up to. So he wants to keep him in that role, so I think he'll try to get by without him.
Especially if you only see that gas one time through the order for 3 or 4 batters, it's that much tougher. And Chris, we have got to talk about this Rhode Island team and manager Dave Belisle. He's making headway, or he's gone viral right now with his post-game speech last night to his Rhode Island team after a really well-played game in a 1-run loss to Chicago last night. He embodies everything Little League Baseball is about. He gets it as a coach. Not everything is about winning. It's about the moment for the kids. Chris, you've been around him. You've got a column that's going to appear in Wednesday's paper about Dave Belisle. How refreshing is it to see a coach who just gets it like Dave does?
It's awesome. And there's been a lot of great coaches here this year and in the past, but he just kind of defines himself. He's probably, I've been doing this 16 years, and I think he's the best that I've seen at keeping everything in perspective and getting it. Like you said, he wants to win. He's as competitive as anybody. He comes from a great coaching family, but he's got everything in the right perspective, and he's always got those kids feeling like champions. And I watched that post-game speech last night, and man, they are some lucky kids to have him coaching. That was one of the best post-game speeches I ever heard, and I watched it before I went to bed, which was a mistake because that kind of got me pumped up, and I was ready to run through a wall. And that's the kind of coach you want to play for. I don't care what sport he coaches. I want to play for him. Absolutely. He's a hockey coach too, I guess. And I can't ice skate for anything, and I'm willing to put on the skates and go play for this guy after that kind of speech. It was just amazing, Chris. And anybody who says they don't have a tear in their eye at the end of that speech just has no heart, no soul inside. Exactly. It was unbelievable. And the thing I thought was great is he looked at the kids and says, it's all right to cry. Yeah. It's all right to be sad that the season is over, but you've made friends you're going to have forever. He just hit every nail on the head in that speech. It was amazing. I couldn't rehearse a speech like that and nail it the way he did. It's just off the cuff, and you can't say it any better than he did. He nailed every key point that you have to nail in that situation. And he kept saying the only disappointment is that I don't get to play or coach you guys anymore. But that team has to feel like world champions. After the speech he gave, it was I was tearing up a little bit. I had goosebumps. I was motivated. It was pretty awesome. I'm going to try and post that video here at the end of our video here, if I can get a hold of it. No promises, though. But I think that's a video that's going to be on the tutorial how to coach youth sports. And I hope Steve Keener gets a hold of it here at Little League and does that. And Chris, before we run short of time here, we got to talk about tomorrow's semifinal games. On the U.S. and international side, we're going to get a great matchup. Probably Monet Davis pitching for Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Probably Austin Krizik pitching, I'm guessing, for Las Vegas, Nevada in that semifinal. Something's got to give. What's going to give in this game? As great as Monet Davis has been, I just think Nevada's too deep, too talented. I don't think they're going to rock her by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think she's going to go out and throw shutouts like she has been in her last 2 times out. Philly's going to have to, I think, score 4 to 5 runs at least to be able to win that game. I love the Nevada makeup of that team. Philly's a great team too, but I think Nevada's going to have a little too much for them.
There are people who throw harder than Monet Davis here. I don't know that there's anybody who pitches better than she does. And Austin Krizik, he's just going to throw hard. He's going to throw gas. Great matchup. On the other side, the international side, we got Tokyo, Japan. We got Seoul, South Korea. It's not a surprise to see teams from the Far East playing late into this tournament, but Japan hasn't looked as crisp as they have in the past. We've seen some really good pitching from South Korea this year, and they've got deep pitching as well. How do you see this one shaping up?
It's going to be a great game. We could go either way. Japan has done this in the past, where they kind of lull you into a sense of believing that they're not the Japan that we're used to seeing, and then all of a sudden they kick it into gear. It's like the great racehorses that just know, when it's the Kentucky Derby, Japan always seems to sense when they absolutely have to win. They've got their hands full. South Korea's loaded. I think whoever wins tomorrow night, I think they're going to see the loser from that game again on Saturday. I think these are the 2 best teams on the international side. And if South Korea wins the whole thing, I'm going to open up my own psychic business, because I had a dream before the series that they did win the whole thing. So I'll be like Biff in Back to the Future too, where I've got my sports book for the future events.
I think that sports book only ran to 2015, so maybe that's in there. I don't know. It'll be good for a year. That's going to do it for us here from Day 6, the Tuesday edition of the 2014 Little League World Series. From the Williamsport Sun-Gazette, he's the Dr. Chris Masse. I'm Mitch Rupert. Check out all the Little League stories on www.sungazette.com. Follow us on Twitter. Have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow.
Everybody, heads up high. Heads up high. Let's talk for a moment, yeah. Look, I gotta see your eyes, guys. Okay? There's no disappointment, okay, in your effort, okay, in the whole tournament, in the whole season. It's been an incredible journey, okay? We fought, look at the score, 8-7, okay, 12-10 in hits, came to the last out, we didn't quit. That's us. Boys, that's us. The only reason why, okay, I'll probably end up shedding a tear is because this is the last time I'm going to end up coaching you guys. But I'm going to bring back with me, and the coaching staff are going to bring back with me, and you guys are going to bring back something, okay, that no other team can provide but you guys. That's pride, okay? Pride. You're going to take that for the rest of your life, what you provided for a town in Cumberland. You had the whole place jumping, right? You had the whole state jumping. You had New England jumping. You had ESPN jumping, okay? Because want to know why? They like fighters. They like sportsmen. They like guys who don't quit. They like guys who play the game the right way. Okay, we got down to the nitty-gritty. We're one of the best teams in the world. Think about that for a second. For the world, right? So we need to go see our parents because they're so proud of you. Okay? But one more. I want a big hug. I want everyone to come in here for one big hug. Okay? One big hug. One big hug. Then we're gonna go celebrate. Hey boys, then we're gonna go celebrate with our parents, and then tomorrow we're gonna celebrate, and then we're gonna come back home to a big parade. Okay? Got it? Okay? I love you guys. I'm gonna love you forever. You've given me the most precious moment, okay, of my athletic and coaching career. And I've been coaching a long time, okay? A long time. I'm getting to be an old man. I need memories like this. I need kids like this, okay? You're all my boys, okay? You'll be the boys of summer, okay? So for the last time, we're gonna try to suck it up and we're gonna yell Americans, okay? 1, 2, 3. Americans! Okay, boys, good job.